Tēnā tātou katoa, nei mai hara mai. Whakatau mai rā, ki tēnei wānanga, ki tēnei whiti kōrero, māua ko Timmy Smith. So kia ora everyone, ko Rachel Pitaroa hau, ko te kaipaka haere o Rise Global me iwi, Indigenous Women in Industry Hoki, and I'm joined today by someone very special to me, not only in our relationship through being Indigenous women in industry, but also through our connection through whakapapa and genealogy and family. So I'd love to welcome Timmy Smith. Timmy, how are you? Where are you at this very moment? You're looking amazing.
Oh, kia ora, Rachel. Where am I? I am beaming in from the beautiful, at the moment, sunny Waiheke Island. So I'm standing on Ngati Pawa whenua, and yeah, this is where I get to live. This is where I get to work, and this is where I get to greet you today.
Beautiful, beautiful. And so, Timmy, we are here for a specific purpose. We're here to share your journey, not only in industry, in business, but your journey as a mother, now you've got your first moko as well. That's a whole. I think that's a whole.
That's a whole nother thing. Yeah.
So, if you can just share your whakapapa, your genealogy first and foremost. No whea koe wai.
Kia ora. He uri tēnei whakatohia, te upukarihi Ngāti Porou te Arawa. So ko Timmy Smith tōku ingoa.
So Timmy was just sharing with you the regions or the tribal regions that she affiliates to, and many of you will affiliate to Tūhoi, Te Arawa, and what was the third one, Timmy?
So whakatohia.
Whakatohia.
Aye.
So if anyone out there is related to Timmy through your iwi tribal connections, make sure that you connect with Timmy outside of this. And as you talk about where you ground yourself in Waiheke Island, and that's an island not far from Auckland. If you've been to New Zealand, you can catch a ferry. It's about 35 minutes to Waiheke Island. As you ground yourself in that place where you live and have the honour of being Ngāti Pawa whenua, and another one of our beautiful tribal areas, and you think about your connections to your genealogy and your whakapapa, how does that translate into what you do today?
Gosh, I think everything. I think when I think about that, because the central core of what I do is around connection, and so everything that I do grounds me back to whenua and enables whenua to come through in a way that is presented possibly in different ways than what we expect. So being on this island and being surrounded by our moana, it really shows me that we're not separated by our moana. It's actually what combines us. It's actually the part that enables us to be connected to everything, and also understanding that the moana might be what covers her, but our whenua, there's no disconnection. So it doesn't matter where I am, I'm connected to where I need to be. So that's part of the real learning about being on an island, is having that sense of what other people would say is isolation. But for me, it's really heightened my understanding of connection.
Love that connection, or what's the word that you use? You never feel disconnected.
No.
And so New Zealand is an island. It has two big islands. And I understand from my knowledge and from the amazing people that I get to connect with who are from different regions of Aotearoa, they are always talking about connection to our natural world.
100%. Yeah,
100%.
yeah. And it's through that connection, through that understanding that um, without that, we are nothing. You know, the fact we need to connect with our our on the daily. You know, we forget that our breath, every time we breathe out, we're mixing with her. So we need to breathe her in and actually have that understanding that hake roto, hake waho, that when we breathe out, we're giving a sense of ourselves, and when we breathe in, we're breathing in a sense of what surrounds us. So for me, enabling that understanding to be an intricate part of everything that I do has enabled me to grow beyond what I thought I could, because the connections that I hold are greater than myself. If that makes sense.
It makes complete sense to me. But the main thing is that it makes sense to you, because you're the one that has to pave the way. You're the one that has to create the pathway to the future, which I understand you're building for your next generations to come.
Mm.
So, what is it that Timmy Smith offers to the world when you talk about your business and what you're doing? What is it?
All right. So again, and we've got to start with that central core of connection. So everything that we craft, everything that we do is crafted from whenua, so crafted from our land. And we say that we craft things from whenua, for whenua, by tangata whenua, by people of the land. And I'm talking from aspects of creating jewellery that is made from the metals that the depths of our Papa Tuanuku have given forth. I create things using our one, our sands, which are tiny artifacts that tell us about region and time and place and happenings. And I also create using our our herbs, which give us that sense of cycle, give us the sense of seasonality, and give us a sense of that continuation of rebirth, regrowth. Because when we ingest something, we end up giving it back in some form.
And so all of these, everything is connected to whenua, land. And then how do you bring it into the world of industry and
Mm.
business? How do you do that?
Yeah, so I think in a number of ways. For me, as I said, it's about connection. So I craft things that other people get to hold and harness and ingest themselves. So by doing that, it's around reciprocity of the things that we create, and the understanding that we're wanting to put forward. So it's not so much around creating product to make profit, it's about creating profit to make connection or to enhance connection that is already there. I think with the products that we create, it's not so much yes, they're unique in their presentation, but they're not unique in their understanding. And what I try to do with what we give is to awaken that understanding in people, that connection is the thing that will bind us and will enable us to craft a future that is prosperous for us all.
And so, Timmy, as you think about the products that you produce, can you explain to our listeners what where would they see these products? How would they be able to engage and connect with your
Mm,
products?
yeah. So I have this beautiful, and I'm very lucky, beautiful space on Waiheke Island where it's a place. It's a space in which we welcome people. So we have a tourism arm which enables us to Manaki to hold people to host them when they come to the island. And within this space, they will find um, presentation of all the things that we offer. So it will be from our beautiful wall art to things that adorn our bodies, to our organic teas, to our sugar and sweetener-free sparkling teas. And also it gives them that space to take in what is presented beyond our 50 meters, square meters, which is the view. So where we sit, we have this outlook over the bay, over to Coromandel, and then out to Aotea. So for us, when people come, it's around, they take away more than just a Taonga. They take away that sense of connection and that understanding that when they engage with things that have true meaning, then they walk away with more than what they expected. Yeah. And we find when people come into the space, they also will be dropped into a level of emotion that they don't expect. So it's not your typical retail. It's probably more of an unexpected therapeutic space. And then we try to replicate that with having our products going further afield. So our sparkling teas are now found in high-end restaurants and vineyards and wellness spaces. And for those of you in Canada, you will be able to sip some of our products in the very near future.
Amazing to me. And so there's a whole lot of things for your customers to engage and connect with. Yeah, there's a physical space. There's beautiful taonga or jewellery, yeah, that can adorn our bodies, yeah, and they all have connection to our natural world. You can ingest the beautiful products, the tea, the sparkling tea. Pause for tea specifically, it is called, and that is going to be exported to Canada. It's on its way at the moment, isn't
It's
it?
there, it's landed.
Oh,
It's just it's clearing customs as we speak. So yeah, my mana is just flipping at the moment.
I can imagine. I can imagine. And to me, because I know you've come to this space and things are coming together. They're
Yeah.
aligning. However,
Mm.
I'm sure there have been things along this journey that have taught you lessons. Yeah. What are some of those things, challenges, um, learnings that you would like to share with other Indigenous women?
Mm. I think probably the biggest part is it's kind of stepping back into how I actually ended up in entrepreneurship because it wasn't my path. This wasn't where I thought I'd be in life. I'm a park ranger by trade. I ended up in youth health work and I was making a beautiful career within those two seemingly contradictory uh, vocations, but we managed to bring them together. Yet it wasn't until my second born came into this world, and with her came came change, came change, um, and came an absolute gift, but one that completely changed my trajectory. So my beautiful girl was born with 4 different eye conditions, and part of that meant that I became unemployable. I became in a space that a lot of us, especially as Wahine Māori and especially as Indigenous, it's probably the scariest space that we think that we could be in. Because how are we going to provide? What are we going to do? But it was through the element of care that I found my thread into prosperity, into ability to be able to provide. So part of my girl's beautiful therapy was to adorn myself. I had to wear a red lip, hence I'm wearing it today. I had to adorn myself in jewelry so that she could find facial features. And as I did that, people would say, and I didn't like the pieces of the jewelry that was out on the market. So I started create, and we used to create using mother of pearl, pawa, because I wanted her to connect back to our taiao. And people would ask me, where did you get that? And I'd say, well, I made it. And they went, well, can I have one? And so out of this element of care and wanting to connect to my child, the birth of my first business occurred. And it enabled me to be able to be 100% there for my two children at the time, and start to create an income that was both fulfilling, uh, definitely challenging, but fulfilling, and enabled me to have that thing that I really needed, which was time. I needed time with my tamariki.
Yes. And what a beautiful gift. What a
It
beautiful.
was. It truly was. I mean, the thing is, yeah, my girl taught me. She taught me how to see the world in a completely different light. She showed me the importance of true connection and to ignite all of our senses. So everything that I do within my work is now about doing that. It's about passing that on to other people. How do you ignite your senses? What are subtle ways that we can do that that enable us to engage in our days in a brighter and more connective way?
Definitely, definitely are doing that. What are some of the other things that you've added into your kete to help with your connection and understanding the sensory part of all of us, actually? What else have you added
Mm.
to your kete?
I think the biggest and the one that keeps being added to every day is connection back to who we are. I was brought up urban Māori. I I worked for June Jackson for a while in the Urban Māori Authority, um, but I didn't feel there was a sense of disconnect. And the more that I connect into my culture and understanding my whakapapa, understanding my whenua, understanding my whanaunga, South Rachel, means that I can understand my future. So for me, the gifts of giving and from the past are enabling me to nearly laser point what my future should be. Yeah.
Amazing. And understanding self, where you come from, whakapapa, whenua, the land that you stand and feel the
Mm,
belonging to. Yeah, that is part of how we get to see the future and make those laser decisions about where we're going and who we're going with, who we're going with.
mm, mm.
Yeah. So to
And
me,
I think that, oh, sorry, Rich. No, no.
how have you started to build your because we all need to continue to develop and grow ourselves. Yeah. How have you done that?
I think it's the likes of being connected to Rise. It's the likes of being connected to um other Indigenous women for me. That has been how I am learning. That is how um I grow. And being um through watching you, Rachel, with your journey, with your reo. And I think that's the thing when we watch and we see whanaunga, when we watch and see people that we admire, we love, and we've got two such beautiful creatures on this call at the moment, Pounamu and Te Hua Manukau. Um, like it's incredible seeing and watching what they're doing is is the power. So it's that power of collective, but it's you have to you have to be there to see. You have to feel brave enough to step in to acknowledge what it is in you that is missing. And 99.9% of the time, what is missing in you is presented by others. So you find it in others. Yeah.
Thank you, Tiffany. And what I'm hearing from you is that you need to be able to see
Mm.
other women rise.
Aye. So important. So important. And the transformation for me has been since my eyes were open to that, since I was allowed in the rooms, since I was shown that there are rooms that we're allowed in. I think been, it's interesting. I just put a post on LinkedIn today around how so many times I've been told that I'm not a businesswoman. And it's like, they're right. They're 100% right. I'm not. I'm not their model. What I am as an Indigenous wahine who works and molds business to suit my whānau and our future and people around us. So it is a different model. And so um yeah, um it's just I've got a bit lost there, Rach.
That's all right. We're allowed to get lost. Yeah, we've got lots of things going on. But what I heard is that we don't fit the traditional business owner model,
No,
that we don't own. It's not ours. So
no,
I'm okay when someone says, "Oh, you're a CEO of a business." Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
but it's not what your
you
version of
think
CEO
no.
looks like.
And I think it's that thing that it's the tradition is around isolation.
Yeah,
The tradition is about rising for one instead of growing for all. And I think that's the part that I when you feed and fall into that more, that's where you get your true growth. That is where you get, to coin your phrase, that is where you get your rise. Because the more we feed back into our whenua, feed back into our whānau, feed back into who we are, the more we've got to give. And I think the other model strips, whereas this is about layering and enabling protection, prosperity, and and fun. Like, I think that's the big thing too. It's like you get a group of us in the room, it's fun. It's like, it's not this hard. Yes, it's hard. There's other things that are hard, but the collective isn't. The collective is joy. It is pono. It's correct. It's what we're supposed to do.
awesome to me. Yes, I hear you. I buy into and subscribe to that part of business. Yeah.
Mm.
And it is wonderful to see you rise. Yeah. To see you enter the room. Yeah.
Mm.
Through the front door.
But it hasn't been easy. Like, I mean, and
I know.
probably out of anyone, the timidness, the do I belong? Is this a place for me? Because we're told so often it's not, you know? It's not, if we don't start in the vocation that you're supposed to potama through that. It's like, I didn't. I've had my potama, I've had my rise. But it's interesting because I think we think that potama is like this one dimension. It's not. It's this expansiveness that you can enter onto those steps from any angle. And we do. And that's the beauty of it.
Amazing, amazing. I love the analogies of our traditional ways of looking at the world, potama. We also have pohine as well,
Mm.
which is the,
Mm, mm, mm,
the
mm.
other
Yeah,
side. And that's,
yeah,
I believe that's how we come to be a collective.
yeah.
We have all sides, three-dimensional, up, down,
Hmm.
around, coming together for the bigger purpose outside of ourselves. Yeah. And that's what we're talking about when we talk about Indigenous business, because even people talking about Indigenous business, yeah, that
Mm.
we're still talking, some are still talking about a very traditional model. We're not talking about that.
No, we're not talking about indigenizing the Western model. No.
No.
And I had a really interesting conversation the other day around this. Someone said to me, yeah, in the bell curve of business, Māori and Pacifica and Indigenous are on the outlying. How do we, this is academics, how do we get you to come into the middle of the bell curve? And I just said to them, why? Why would we want to come into the middle of that system? I said, we are the destination. This is where you need to be. We don't need to shift. So yeah, it was yeah, I think she took a breath in. She definitely had to breathe that one in. But I think we have to say. And I think that's the strength in seeing what you have given the world, Rach, is enabling us to find our kaha, us to find our standing, and us to find our own voice from where we stand.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Breathe that in. Breathe that in. Wonderful, Timmy. So as we start to wrap up, yeah, so we can ask if anyone's got any burning questions. What is it that you would like to, so two things. Please let people know where they can come to connect with you and your beautiful products. Yeah. And also, yes, Pounamu, we are the destination, correct. And also, what is the message that you want to leave with our listeners so that they can find their rights?
Yeah. Well, where you can find me is on Waiheke Island. You can go to my website, timmysmith.co.nz, or pause for tea, Pause for tea.co.nz. But where you can find me is in your next thinking. I hope that what Rachel and I have shared today will sit with you, because it's that whole thing. I've breathed out something. Now it's your turn to breathe that in. And so, what is it that you're wanting to have within your tinana? What is it that you're wanting to have within your wairua? And what is it that is going to make you inflate, grow, and prosper? Because that is the thing that will get you there. And no one else can tell you that. No one.
Breathe that in, whānau, breathe that in. All of those beautiful words that Timmy has gifted us all in the 40 minutes that we've had together. And e mihi ana ki a koe te whanaunga, tō kaha, tō tika, tō manawa nui, ai, i tēnei huarahi, ki te rangi, kia papa, tēnei te mihi ki a koe. So, let's ask if there are any questions. So, Pounamu, Lisa, and also Te Hoa Manuka, if you want to come back on screen, you have the opportunity to ask a specific question to Timmy, should you choose to. So please come back onto screen, and we're going to have a kōrero as we start to wrap up, and then I'll do karaki.
I think I'm there somewhere. Can you hear me?
Yes, Lisa.
Oh, okay. This has been a really great session. I mean, I could really relate to so much you were saying, Timmy. And I come to Hawaii a lot. I used to on Oahu. And that's where I normally stay anyway. So when I come, hopefully I can meet up with you. I'll support you with your jewelry, of course. Um, and maybe if you can put it online, then I can, I mean, on the chat, then I could at least write it down and then look you up.
Yes.
But I just want to say that this was really great and so good to see you, Rachel.
Oh, so good to see you, Lisa. Thank you
Yes,
for coming.
yes,
Thank you for coming.
yes, and I'll be hopefully keep my fingers crossed coming your way next year. So we'll see how that
Wonderful.
goes. I'll let you know.
Or you could come and join us in Canada, in Vancouver,
Oh,
for Indigenous Women in Industry 2026.
okay. What month is that?
It'll be in September. We're going to drop the dates in August, so just not too far away. Keep in touch with the Rise.
I will definitely will keep in touch. Um, the, for September, I guess my only thing is because I know this September I'll be going back to Virginia because my tribe is having a sovereign meeting where they talk about the water, the
Ooh,
rivers, and if it's overflowing and everything that's been happening in the government. So that's September 18th. So if and it's only one day. it's a hit and miss, but I normally go back because I also get to see family as well. But if
Wonderful.
it's before that date, I'll definitely try to start making plans now, like getting my passport so I can come to Canada and hang out.
Thanks, Lisa. We'll send you the details. Awesome.
Thank
Uh,
you so much.
yes.
And I always keep you guys in my prayers as well. Just so you
Oh,
know, everyone.
thank
Since
you.
I've been in this group, you're definitely in my prayers every night. So and
So
that's
much.
no lie. I really do pray for you guys.
Thank you, Lisa. Pounami, I'm going
Yeah.
to come to you for your question.
Kia ora to me. So as a creator of products, what would be where do you find support to do that? I'm at the early stages of creating a product, so I feel like it's kind of, where would I find support to do my
Mm.
creation?
I think the interesting one with creating is that yes, you can find support in other wahine, you can find support in asking how people create the actual thing. And I think that you're doing that beautifully anyway, Pounamu. But I think the biggest support for making a product and putting it out to the world is yourself. Because if you don't have the backing behind you to create it, then it just won't flow when things get tough. You're the one that's going to have to push it through the eddies. You're the one that's going to have to hold it to get it through the rapids. So even though, yeah, you'll be able to find all the other things, it's more important that you find that internal support with yourself. Yeah.
I can attest to that actually. And I've had lots of support. I'm not shy to ask for support. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, and something, our product has to go to our te ao, go out to the world, who is the person that has to hold that? It's me. Yeah. And who is the person when something's not quite right? Who does that come back to? Ultimately, it comes back to me. And because you're the creator. So I think one of the things I'd add to that, Pounamu, is we want to be the creator of our own destination. Yeah, because we are the destination, as Timmy said very rightly. Yeah. Along that way, we will find people, and some of them will come, and some of them will go, and some of them will stay. Yeah. And we've got to get really good at knowing when to let go. Yeah. Actually, when to let go, because I meet a lot of founders, a lot of people who create, they don't know when to let go. And by the time they're ready to let go, it's too late. Yeah. It's too late. Because they haven't trusted people along the way. Yeah. Those people have left. If they got to the point where they actually trusted others to take it to the next step, or yeah. Am I making sense, Pounamu? Yeah. They've missed the boat, and so that trust has dissipated. Yeah. So then you've got to go and build trust again, but that's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to do. So that's what I would add to that kōrero. Timmy, what would you?
Yeah, no, 100%, and the thing is that we have a love affair with things, but if we're holding a heavy stone, if it's become that heavy rock, you're going to sink.
Yeah.
So, where do you put it? Put it down safely, put it where it's supposed to have its resting place, find that resting place, let it be there. I have a whole landscape of things I've had to put down. But I know that they're there and they've served me, and they don't serve me if I keep holding them. So it's just working through what ones truly resonate, and what, if I kept them, what would become toxic. Yeah, 100%, Rachel. And formulating those relationships is so important, because we don't do things in solitary. This whole thing of you got awarded for being the best something. It's like, well, your tribe, your iwi, whoever was around you, that's who that's who won it. That's who got it for you there, because no one does it by themselves.
Yeah.
No one.
And especially if you're calling yourself an Indigenous business. Yeah, you better have your tribe. Yeah, you better have your tribe. And it can be little things as well. Like, I don't do anything without my parents understanding it first. Yeah. Because they're going to tell me straight away. They'll be like, what? Oh, no. Especially my mother. She'll be like, no, that doesn't sound right. Yeah. I will always go to them first. So it's them as well that help you to make good ancestor, be a good ancestor. Yeah. But not when you're gone. You want to be a good ancestor right now. Yeah. So that we are making those decisions, mukapuna decisions, as good ancestors, as if it's happening right now. We're not waiting till we're gone. Yeah, we're making the decisions now. That's how that's my it's a leadership model, actually. It's about let's be good ancestors now, not later. Yeah, let's be good ancestors now so we can make good mukapuna decisions.
And speaking up, I think that's the big thing. Like, other people will get to say something at your tangi. You need to say your words now, you know. I think that's the thing. Yeah. And I've had to learn that the hard way. I found it tough to find my voice, you know, especially with not having my reo. I would clamp up, like, there's a lot that I was holding within, but no, I'm just standing where I am, and that reo is slowly coming. Slowly. Yeah.
Great. Pounamu, anything else from you?
I just want to acknowledge you, Timmy. That was really stunning. I learned so much more about you from the words that you delivered today, and have got a lot to think about from, I guess, the depth of your words. And I know you're a word queen, but I really appreciated that. I loved seeing that what it's missing in yourself, we see in others. Isn't that fabulous? That's why
we're mates, Pounamu.
Are so important. Yeah, no. Yeah. Anyway, thank you. I really love this.
Thank you.
And Tahua Manaka is attending to her beautiful Pepe, her new baby, who is breathing in all the goodness that we have both shared. So, e mihi ana ki a koe te whanaunga, Tahua Manaka, who is with us in Wairua. So I am going to wrap up our session, yeah, because I like to keep it. I know I value my time, and I want to value your time as well. I just want to talk about my sweatshirt. This is actually a fundraiser for our young Māori rangatahi who are from the kura in Auckland. They are called Waiorea, and they're going overseas to, I believe, Europe. And so yeah, I thought, no, I'm going to don my awesome new birthday hoodie that's got all the things that they love. And so it talks about Hauora, Maiki Clark, it talks about Hauora, and it talks about, as rangatahi, as young people, taking charge of their destiny. Yeah, and so they're all off overseas, and they're going to perform and take our culture to the world, which they do every year. But yeah, I just thought I'd just give them a plug as well. So Waiorea are here in Auckland. They are fundraising at the moment. If you'd like to get in touch with them, yeah, just get in touch with the kura, with the school, and help them to go and take charge of their lives and take our culture to the world. So, e mihi ana ki a koutou. I'm going to close us with karakia. Timmy, after, just stay for a minute when I stop recording. Ka pai? Me enui tātou. Let us give thanks. Unuhia i te uri tapu nui. Kia wātia, kia māma, te ngākau. Te wairua, te tinana, I te arataka tū. Hoi ara e rongo whakairia ake ki runga. Kia wātia, aira, kua wātia. Hau, kai mariri. Kai mariri kia tātou.
Thank you there.